Hello, Kelsey Taylor here. Now, since I haven't done another video in a while, this one I've been planning to do for quite some time. I'm going to be doing a video showing like I think I have 10 of them so far, I'm not sure, but I'm going to be showing 10 of my favorite books. Now, I've done videos in the past talking about my favorite childhood book series and stuff like that, but I'm going to be talking about like certain books, like maybe autobiographies, like they're not like any picture books or chapter books like I believe I've discussed in the past. It's been a long time since I've done those videos anyway. But I'm just showing you some of my favorite books I have here. I was waiting on a certain one to come out, but I feel like it's probably going to take longer. I'm not going to say anything, so but I'm just going to show you the ones that I have here. This was kind of difficult because I was looking at like a lot of books, and I really don't read much anymore, like reading books like I was when I was younger. But you know, I just go through them, stuff like that, kind of. Now, the first one I have here, I believe I got this for Christmas for my birthday years ago. Back when I was in high school, I was really into like sci-fi stuff. Like Ray Bradbury was one of them, and I think I read the Martian Chronicles, and I can't remember if I read the other ones. Maybe I picked this one because I really like this cover. There's just Ray Bradbury's 3 stories here. It's got the Martian Chronicles, The Illustrated Man, and the Golden Apples of the Sun. And I have a few Ray Bradbury books, which I don't think I've read all of them. I know I read Fahrenheit 451. That was the one I was really interested in reading when I was a kid. Well, I was a teenager nonetheless. And yeah, I really like this. It's got the silver line here as the pages, and so I think I like this book because of the cover and stuff, and it looks really nice. And I gotta read the other stories at some point, unless I read them a long time ago, but I can't remember. This is like I don't think no, a lot of these aren't like really autobiographies. It's more like certain people, like they knew the person, they write stories about them. This one's one of my favorites. Is Steve and Me. It's about Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, written by his wife Terry. Pretty much about like how they first met and the stuff they went through, and especially like a lot of things that you never hear about much. Like there's certain stuff in the book I was reading, like really got into, like I didn't even know some stuff, like yeah, like I think like you have to read the book to really you know, to read about. This is a very good read, and kind of heartbreaking how she found out about her husband's death and everything and stuff like that. And I think this was like published and written a year after his death, something like that. But it's a really good one. If you're really into Steve Irwin stuff, I definitely if you can find it though, it's a really nice read. And if they ever do, like you know when nowadays they make a lot of movies based on actual people, like they just did one on Elvis, like wondering if Hollywood has an idea like right now making a movie based on Steve Irwin. They would probably put some like stories from this book into that movie, but I don't know. It'd be kind of crazy how they would portray it in real life, except with someone have to play Steve Irwin, but you never know. Now this one's a scrapbook, but I really want to show this, and I showed this before in a video years and years ago. It's the Robin Williams scrapbook, and this one's from you can tell this one's like old. When did this came out? 2000, I think, because it's showing pictures from his like stand-up, his TV shows and movie roles at that time. When was it published? I'm trying to find. 1997. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. This has a lot of pictures and stuff about his roles in like movies and TV shows, like from Mrs. Doubtfire to Aladdin to Mork and Mindy, and stand up. It's an interesting one. I always like looking at, and I think I don't know how long I had this. I think I had this a little while. Yeah, a little while before Ron Williams died, because I remember I was like brought this in school. I recall. Now this one's a big one. Now this one, I don't know of anyone who probably gone to film colleges or stuff. I mean, I've never gone to college, but I think I got this. This is a book pretty much called Directing Film Techniques and Ethics. You can read it. I can't pronounce it. And it's kind of like an interesting read about like directing and stuff. And keep in mind, like another one, when was this published? This was like really old, like early 2000s. Yeah, 2003 this was published. So like I think there's books out now, like how they do this now, like nowadays with modern technology, modern cameras and stuff like that. But it's an interesting read how, like, about going through the process, like post-production and writing and directing, how to direct actors, how to set up shots and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting. I like to look at every once in a while. Although I don't think, like, what I'm doing now is not like that at all. And this one I just got, I think my mom just got it for me, I think at a thrift store or something, from Entertainment Weekly, called The 100 Greatest Entertainers from 1950 to 2000. And yeah, as you can tell, some like from years back, don't like updated to now. It's talking about like certain celebrities and TV shows on, stuff like that. So it's kind of an interesting one if you're really into movie and TV stuff. And yeah, like I don't have that much to say about some of those books. Now this one is a biography book. Someone like interviewed like people who knew Jim Henson, stuff like that. It's just basically just called Jim Henson. It's basically about his life and his about his career working on the Muppets and stuff, about working on the movies. And another sad part of the book about his last days when he was ill and stuff. Like if you're a huge Muppet fan of and Jim Henson, this is definitely worth like, reading. And this one I wanted to talk about in memory of John Cherry, the director of the Ernest films. This is the book he wrote about like working with Jim Varney. There's another book, I think, I don't remember who wrote that one, but that one I have not looked at yet. May want to get that. It's Keeper of the Clown, My Life with Ernest, and my mom got it for me, I think, for Christmas years ago, I think, when this first came out. I have John Cherry's signature here. So lucky to have that. And basically it's just him like about like working on the Ernest films and stuff, and some stuff that I didn't even know while reading this book. There was originally going to be some like some Ernest movies that never was materialized. Like there's one about like Ernest befriending some alien monster or something, and it had some like drawings in it. It's kind of fascinating, and I never knew. And yeah, I'm definitely interested in looking at the other book when I find the time. Probably buy it, or maybe I have to, you know. But that's a kind of interesting one. And this one, yeah, this is like different kind of books, not like what you expect. And this one's called The Empress of Chocolate, about the history of like Hershey's and Mars and those like really popular chocolate companies. Now this one is another one that the author went on a tour, like talking to people who worked on the Pee-wee's Playhouse, knew Paul Reubens and stuff, like talking about the Paul Reubens' career, and talking about like almost all the episodes of, this is basically inside Pee-wee's Playhouse, the untold, unauthorized, and unpredictable story of the pop phenomenon. Basically talk about like the history of Pee-wee Herman. Talk about like the shows and the movies, and mentions about the incident at the movie theater in 1991, for those of you who probably know. And also his comeback when he brought his character back for the Pee-wee Herman show on Broadway he did years ago. And that was before like the Netflix movie and stuff like that, so it stops to when he did his Broadway stuff in 2010, I believe. I really like this book a lot. It has a lot of interesting stories, a lot of stuff I didn't know, and very, very cool as well. A lot of pictures from the sets of Pee-wee's Playhouse and all these things. Definitely, if you can, well, this is definitely like if you're able to track this down, if you're a Pee-wee fan, this is definitely a must-get. And this one's like, yeah, a lot of like based on like movie stars and stuff, I guess. This one's about the life and times of Rowan Atkinson. My uncle got this for me. Been there, done that. Talk about like a little bit, same deal with pictures and a little bit of information about Rowan Atkinson's roles in movies, and of course his roles Mr. Bean and stuff like that. Very interesting thing to look at. So that's my 10 favorite books. I'm sure like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 10 books. 10 books that are my favorites I like to look at every once in a while. If you ever had taken a look at any of these books, let me know what you think of them and which one of these is your favorite. Well, if you recognize them, just let me know. Leaving a comment I won't bite. Just leave a comment if you ever recognized or read any of those books. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Adios.